Good morning. This video today is a somewhat hopefully quick review and update on the King Showden drill and the King Showden 5,000 milliamp hour battery. And we're going to start with the drill. I was completely unprepared to do this. Hold on. Okay, the reason I replaced the chuck on this with a Jacobs chuck is, as you can see, there's a big difference in the size, and when you this drill doesn't lock, or at least it doesn't lock very well, and sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And I found that when you went to tighten this, it was very difficult to get a hold of the drill while it was on there and tighten it. And there's no audible noise or sound that tells you when it's tight, and so it was getting loose. It was very hard to get a hold of this back end, so I just decided to splurge and get a real actual Jacobs chuck. And you can see it's a 30354. You can get them off of Amazon or any other place that sells them, but make sure it's actually a real Jacobs clutch, or Jacobs chuck. Anyways, this one works a whole lot better. You can hear that it clicks, and you can really get a hold of this and get a really good grip on it. I have used this drill now a couple times. Works fine. I did notice one thing, that when you actually go to use it, you can pull the trigger for quite a ways before it engages. It does have speed control, but it doesn't have a super slow setting or a speed setting. Otherwise, it works fine. I mean, oh, and another thing that I realized is that you can actually put a makita clip on it. It was a little difficult to... I had to use a 440 screw, machine screw, and I put a nut. There is an actual hex-shaped molding in there for a nut, probably metric, but a 4-40 nut and screw fit fine, and it didn't interfere with putting the battery in. So anyways, let's get to this battery here. It says on it 5,000 milliamp hour battery. Now, I highly doubt that. I just bought a 5 milliamp hour Makita battery, and there's a notable weight difference. I don't have anything to weigh these, but I'm pretty certain that this one weighs more. So let's look inside this thing. I've already removed the screws. Just uses a Torx. And I was able to find this part number that was on here. This actually is a component you can buy, so you could replace this if it broke. It's a get my JY-MT-5S-V1.0, and it's a legit BMS You give it 21 volts, 1.2 amps, and it will charge the battery. It appears that it will do cell balancing. In fact, I looked up the specs. It will do cell balancing. It will not overcharge the battery, and it will cut off the voltage when the battery gets to a certain amount. It was in the specs, but it doesn't matter. It's a standard 5-cell BMS. It does take a standard center positive. Well, I don't know the measurements, but it seems to be the more common one for this barrel plug. There was no adhesive holding this in, but if you notice, it says that this is a 18650 1500 milliamp hour battery, and then there's two of them. So this is a 3000 milliamp hour battery. It is not a 5000 milliamp hour battery, but you know, that's fine. It would be nice if this had a standard Makita connection on it, but I guess they're figuring if you're so cheap you're buying this thing, you are just going to use this battery and the built-in charger that they've got, because you know, Makita batteries cost like over $100, I think almost $200 in some cases. It's absurd, but I can tell you that they do last a long time. I have a battery that I got, the first two numbers of the serial number are the year. This is a 2007 battery, and it's I think it's just, yeah, it's a 1500 watt battery, and it's still working. So anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching.